What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Terence Crawford needs to fight Jaron Boots Ennis ASAP. He needs to fight Boots Ennis. Unless Terence believes he cannot make 147 at all, then he needs to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Without question. That's the best fight available for him currently. Why do I say that? Well, I mean, I don't think he's getting a Canelo Alvarez fight. That's a fight that I really want to see. And if Terence Crawford does not brawl with Canelo, if he stays on the outside and boxes, I believe Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. A lot of y'all might call me crazy, drunk, high, whatever you want to call me. I believe Terence Crawford has enough skills to beat Canelo Alvarez by decision if he boxes him, right? Because Canelo, he got enough pop to keep Canelo honest to where Canelo just can't try to bulldoze in, right? If Terence decides to make it a fight in the pocket, that's why I believe he could lose. But if he stays on the outside and boxes, I believe he could beat Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision because I think Terence Crawford has elite boxing skills. Elite boxing skills for sure, and I think he can get the job done. But I believe that Canelo Alvarez knows that. And so that fight is too big of a risk, too low of a reward for him because if Canelo takes the fight and he beats him, people are going to say, oh, well, Terence Crawford was a 147-pounder, right? And if he loses, then you lost to a dude that started out his career at what? Terence Crawford started out, what, 135? You know what I mean? You lost to a dude that started out at 135. People are going to really clown that. So he don't want to take that risk. So I don't think that fight is going to happen. Now, if you want to fight Tim Tszyu, Tim don't got a belt right now, right? It's a good name for Terence, but he don't got no belt. Jamel Charlo, I don't know, do Jamel? No, he don't. So Jamel name ain't the same. Jamel is still a great opponent, but he's not. His name ain't the same as it used to be, considering how he fought in that Canelo Alvarez fight. His stock dropped because Jamel was just trying to not get knocked out. He didn't go. He didn't bite down on his mouthpiece, show grit, heart, determination, try to fight Canelo. He didn't. So his stock dropped. So I don't think the fans want to see him in Jamel and Tim Tszyu like they once did because Tim lost. But him and Jaron Boots Ennis, after the way Boots performed last night against David Avanesian, a.k.a. David, and his niece and them, that's what I used to call him. When Terence Crawford fought him, I didn't know who the hell he was. I said, who is it, David and his niece and them? David Milk of Magnesia? I don't know, but David Avanesian fought pretty solid last night. He showed heart, grit, hit Boots with some shots. But Jaron Boots Ennis is super athletic. He's strong as a fucking ox. Like, he looked much bigger than Avanesian. He looked big as hell. I'm like, man, Boots make 47? And that's why I said, you know, when I said if Terence Crawford, unless Terence Crawford believes he can't make 147 anymore, he needs to do that fight. But I believe Boots will probably move up to 54 just to get that fight. I'm thinking because it's such a big money fight, right? Again, Boots Ennis hits harder than Errol Spence does. He does. Now, I'm not saying he's more accomplished than Errol. I'm not saying he's a better fighter than Errol, but he hits harder. I believe he's stronger. He mixes up his punches very well to the body, upstairs. He has nice hand speed, and he's young and hungry, and I think this is a fight that could really, really sell. Terence could make a lot of money fighting this fight here. I think people will line up in droves to watch this fight. Yes, Boots does not have these premier names. Like, he don't got the names that Errol Spence had on his resume at all. But his promise and his upside is so strong that right now, I think people marvel at that fight. I'm sorry. People marvel at that fight now. And so I think if he can make 47 shit, I think Boots will take it at 54. I think they need to make that fight. Because Canelo is not going to give Terence Crawford that fight. He's not. He's looking to fight Edgar Berlanga and goddamn, who else he said? Motherfucking Edgar Berlanga and somebody else. I forgot. Like, I'm like, bro, what is you doing? Hell, Jamal Charlo and shit. No, bro. Jamal been drunk like a goddamn skunk for years. He got mental health issues dealing with that woman he dealing with. No, man, no. I think, so yeah, but Canelo want to take them fights, whatever. I think the best option for Terence Crawford is to go ahead and go fight Jaron Boots Ennis. He young, hungry, It'll make for a nice. I think it'll be an action-packed fight. I guarantee. I got Terence Crawford winning that fight by stoppage. I honestly, I really do. Boots got a nice chin, but he ain't never been hit with somebody that hits like Terence Crawford. The same way Errol hadn't been hit by anybody that hits like Terence Crawford. Now Boots is like, he's a lot fresher than Errol, but and he packs a harder punch than Errol. But Terence knows how to slip punches. He counters extremely well, and Boots get hit. He gets hit a lot. He does, and it showed in a David Avanesian fight. Now, some would say maybe he felt like Avanesian couldn't hurt him, and so that's why he was just like going for the gusto, trying to get him up out of there, trying to put on a spectacular finish for his hometown crowd. That could be the case, right? Or he could just get hit a lot. And getting hit a lot against Terence Crawford is not a good thing. It's not. And again, Terence knows how to block punches, slip punches, counter well. Southpaw and orthodox, he switched back and forth between stances. He can give you different looks. Just a prime seasoned fighter. Even at the age of 30, Terence, 36? 36 now? Even at that age, he is still a dog, a live dog. And I think that fight can turn into a dog fight with him and Jaron Boots Ennis, which is why I believe people want to see it. Because at some point, pride gonna go out the fucking window. I mean, pride not gonna go out the window. Pride gonna come in and say, no, we fighting. We fighting. Pride gonna kick in with these two fighters and say, we're fighting. Fuck the boxing, we're fighting. And you're gonna see a lot of action. And it's gonna be fireworks. For real, it's really gonna be an action-packed fight at that point. But I think even in that situation, even at Terence Crawford's age of 36, his experience, man, I think that fight would bold and it would go in his favor. I really do. I got Terence to win by stoppage. But I believe that Boots will give him a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. And I think, man, I think, again, this is a fight that fans really want to see now. At first, it was like, he's fighting Castillo Clayton. Now, I believe it's a fight that the fans want to see. They got two mutual opponents. Terence Crawford fought David Avanesian 2 years ago. He stopped him. Well, I forget what round he stopped Avanesian in. And they both fought Thomas Delorme. Now, again, Terence Crawford fought Thomas Delorme 9 years ago, right? Boots fought him, a couple years ago? I don't know. When did Boots fight him? I forget. But anyway, it's still a great fight. That's the best fight for Terence Crawford to make right now.